I mean, I feel like a lot of what I liked is just what it did better than the other movie. I like, again, we got to see Cyborg's actual powers. We saw his father had a tape recorder where he was explaining what he can do, and we saw him walk through his powers with this Latina woman who was very poor, and he just like literally,
all her money
he made all her money pile up and gave her $100,000 and just put it in her ATM. We see he can control the world's nuclear warheads. Like, I mean, Superman is strong, but in this world, Cyborg might actually be the most powerful thing there is, yo. He controls all technology.
He controls everything.
And we got to see that, you know.
It was those sequences.
Yeah, those types of things. That, like, again, the flashback sequence. When Wonder Woman is explaining, like, Darkseid coming to Earth, Darkseid wasn't in the first movie, if I remember. In the actually, I saw he wasn't. When she's explaining it to him, Batman goes like, whoa. He actually pauses. He's like, whoa, wait a minute. Yeah. What do you mean by this? Because, you know, it's not like it's actually something important. It's something a freaking human would do. Yeah. Which is something, again, these people act like actual people. Yeah. Like when they're digging up Superman's body to bring him back, Wonder Woman and Arthur, they're just talking. Yeah. Like normal people would talk. You know what I'm saying?
And then, like, they're respecting his body. Like, the Flash could have easily did it real fast. Yeah. But they were like, let's do, and they do it together, and they do it slowly, and it's like, wow, that's humanity. You put a little piece of humanity in there, even though, you know.
Yeah, man. So I mean, I could literally go through every scene of this movie that was good. But let's kind of, I'm gonna narrow it down. There are two scenes I really want to talk about. First off, the Superman returning scene when they brought him back from the dead. Yeah. So you notice it was different, right? Yeah. In this scene, the Flash, which comes into play later, he's like, hey, we need to charge the mother box so we can bring him back. Yeah. I can charge it, but warning, when I do this, sometimes time acts a little weird. So, you know, he's running and you actually see time start to move a little backwards. Yep. In the first movie, we saw this happen, but you were like, okay, I guess I don't really want to know why that's important. Yeah. And then it never paid off in the end, again, because Flash had to go save his Russian family for some reason. But anyway, when he does it, he brings Superman back. And I'm really glad that this was a Snyder scene. Because I thought this was a whole Joss Whedon scene, honestly. Yeah. But this was a Snyder scene. And I dug it. Oh, like, so, what did you think of the scene? Let me ask you that.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, I was sitting there and I was, you know, kind of like on the edge of my seat, like, okay, what's about to happen? And then everything starts doing it. And of course, we knew this was foreshadowing.
I love that scene.
The only thing I didn't like about that one was, just like in the first one, Batman getting hit into a police car, indenting the entire frame, but being okay.
Yeah, he was fine.
I hate that, and I need them to stop doing that.
Well, I mean, he has on really heavy armor.
You're back. Your back is nothing. If you get hit, you're getting hit by Superman. And you're going into a car. And you're bending the car.
That's fair. I guess.
That's my only gripe with that scene.
Alright, bet. There's one other thing I want to talk about plot before we move over. Yeah. The climax of this film. Okay. Where you mentioned the Flash, you know, actually had a bigger role. Yeah. This might have been my favorite part of this movie. And it's probably
you ruined it for me because you asked me as I was watching it how I felt about the Flash. And so, like, I'm anticipating him doing something. I would have never thought that they've changed it that much.
So like, again, this is a completely different movie. Yeah. So in the first 2017 version, they go fight Steppenwolf. They say something like he gets afraid when they separate the mother boxes, and then his parademons eat him. And then that's the end of the movie. Like, what is that, man? But in this version, they lose. The superheroes, they lose. Yeah, the mother boxes form. Yeah. Darkseid shows up, and the world ends. Which I love this. If you know anything about me, I am a fan. A movie or a show or any media is good to me if the villain is good. I'm a big fan of Thanos. I think Cyclops was right. I love Hero Killer Stain in My Hero Academia. The Green Ranger in Power Rangers was my man when he took them all out. So
he gave me that joint, it was just hitting everybody. Sparks going everywhere.
Yes, man. Yeah. So like when the world ends, I'm like, I know I've been watching the movie for a while. I'm like, oh crap, I heard it was a cliffhanger. This is the cliffhanger, and this is, where the part 2 might have come in.
Yeah.
But no, the world ends, and the Flash is literally just he's outside, and he does what kind of like what Superman did in the 1970s movie, where the Flash doesn't run back in time. He makes the world move backwards. Yeah. So he is running, and literally the world is reforming around him. That has to be the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like, and how was it cut from this movie? I don't understand.
I don't know how you would not have picked that scene over anything else.
Like, what?
It's just like him running in the fucking ground, catching up with him.
Yes. The ground underneath him is forming as he is running back. And you see the heroes' bodies reforming from ashes coming back, and it's just like, yo, seriously?
Cyborg's face.
Superman's body. And it's just like, really? You didn't choose this? You chose the other one where the cosplay Steppenwolf gets eaten by parademons? Like, this is just stupid.
Cosplay.
So anyway, the Flash comes, touches Cyborg, and then Cyborg does his part where he goes in and he does his part to save the world. Yeah. Which again, I mean, it was beautiful. Like the dude had lost his parents, and the mother boxes were like, "We can give him back to you," and he's like, we can give him back to you. We can fix you. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not broken, and I'm not alone anymore." And then
that I got goosebumps right now. Man. Just like. These were good lines. They were showing his acting ability. Like that, I was like,
the way he delivered it, man. Like I really would have dug a Cyborg movie.
Yeah. It won't
happen now because he really pissed at Warner Brothers. Yeah. But maybe they can kiss and make up. That would have been dope, man. But yeah, that was a long way of saying we really like the plot of this movie.
We didn't get a booyah.
A what?
We didn't get booyah. He didn't do booyah in this one.
Oh, did he do it in 2017? Yeah, he did. He did
booyah.
Yeah, Joss Whedon. That was something he threw in there. Okay, all right, we'll give him a point for that. All right, we already talked about it a little bit, but I guess characterization and actor performances.
Performance, yeah. I'm a big Ben Affleck Batman fan. It's my favorite Batman. It's really hard to say. A lot of people look at me like I'm crazy.
You are, bruh.
I think I just like. Christian Bale's amazing.
Michael Keaton's my guy.
Yeah. But something about this, Bruce Wayne, something about this Batman just makes me... He's a lot harder, and I think that's what I like. It's like he's been Batman so long. And that's the one thing I like about it. But Ben Affleck does an amazing job of portraying that knowledge. And that's... It
didn't go unnoticed to me.
Yeah.
Like when he was fighting the parademons, he told the team, he's like, "This is the plan. This is what you're gonna do. I'm gonna do this." Yeah. He drove the Batmobile backwards, which was another dope scene. Yeah. And then when they came to save him and he ejected his seat, and he went and started fighting them, he grabbed an alien gun and immediately knew how to use it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the cool thing about Batman's character. He's
very really smart. Yeah.
And that's. He's efficient at almost everything he does except for his relationships.
Yep.
And that's what's funny about Justice League, period. He has to build this relationship with all of these characters because it's not just these 4 people. It's an entire organization, and he has to build those relationships. But that's just the psychology behind DC Comics.
Oh yeah, that's something you said, and I'm going to build off of that real quick. The characterization for me was a big part of this. Yeah. Because like you said, he has to build a relationship with these characters. Yeah. And at first, a lot of them say no. Yeah. Like he only has, what is it? The Flash, who says yes, and Wonder Woman.
And he has Wonder Woman because they've been cool for these years.
So this one, this team up was actually earned. Yeah. Because these characters were like, okay, I actually can't do this on my own. Let me go see what this Bat character has to say, and they come together. So it wasn't just let's throw all these characters on the screen like the 2017 version was.
And everybody else was cool.
Everyone was great, and you know what I liked about this? Just speaking of the characters, there is something like in Joss Whedon's cut, they all did things like separately. Mm-hmm. Like when they went to fight Steppenwolf, the same scene, Wonder Woman comes down, she's by herself in the 2017 version. And this one, she comes down, Cyborg and Aquaman are behind her because they're a freaking team, right? And
it makes sense.
And then like you have combo attacks happening in this movie. Like I mean, it was just the characters were done really well. This was something that was really cool. I really liked it.
Yeah, they showcased their abilities and everything, and they're actually using them. Even with Aquaman coming down and like blocking the water.
Yeah,
like that little things like that. You're like, cool.
Even though that scene was kind of stupid, what he was just swimming in the river and he just happened to be there. Okay.
I was like, cool. Yeah, I bet. I'm like, you're definitely stronger than this. I was like, that water's not stronger than you. I was like, come on. And then they took forever. They weren't running to the crawler. Yeah. I'm just like, why is no one running?
Cyborg was like, Diana, come on. I'm like, bro, you should have already been on there. Yeah.
Besides that, it's little things that are funny that I wasn't even mad at.
Yeah, right. I am. So just a couple, I guess, like final thoughts. I really liked. Again, I would have loved it if the movie ended right after Darkseid and Granny and Desaad were like, "Get our armada. We're gonna do this the old way." So you know he's coming. Yeah. If it had ended just like right there, and you didn't have an epilogue, I'd have been like, "Yeah, this is dark." I still would like. I mean, I doubt they're going to do a sequel. Zack Snyder doesn't want to, and I doubt WB would put any money into it. But I would really like to see this universe's characters and what happens next. Yeah. Even though this Superman and this Batman are not my favorite incarnations of these characters. I love the Wonder Woman and I love the Flash, but and Cyborg, obviously. But Batman and Superman, like the main two, these aren't the ones I know, but I enjoyed them enough in this movie. I'd like to see more, even though we never will. But I am happy the fans got to see this thing. I was a big non-supporter of this, man. I got to admit, I was like, y'all are being stupid. Yeah. The Snyder Cut is just going to be
straight up said I wasn't going to waste my time, and then slowly but surely, I really had to think about the fact that they're not going to waste their money and time if it wasn't what we got. That's what I was thinking about. Like they kept pushing it.
I don't know about that.
Because
they waste money.
They fucked up with Wonder Woman, and so I'm just like, they're still pushing this hard. It must be good, and I really started getting excited about it. And then when I said that it was going to be in parts, that made me feel a little better, even though it's not necessarily broken up in parts because you still have to watch it all as one. Yeah. I enjoyed it, man. And I'm the Marvel guy. I love Marvel stuff.
Well, I would let me just to level set here. Yeah. To its obvious competition, the MCU. If I were to take this movie, it would still be like of the 23 Marvel movies. This would probably be like number 15 or 16 in my list. I mean, it ain't better than any of the. It might be better than Age of Ultron, but it ain't better than Avengers 1 or 3 or 4. It definitely ain't better than Winter Soldier.
Well, Winter Soldier's by far one of
the best
movies ever.
It ain't better than like the first Guardian. Like so, I mean, there's a lot. Yeah. Like to its obvious competition. But 16 in the Marvel Universe, it's a very watchable movie.
Compared to other DC movies.
Especially compared to other movies outside of Shazam, which I did love. And the first Wonder Woman.
Shazam was too fun for me.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You have a certain expectation. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't like fun DC films. I like dark DC films.
Alright, Brody. Any final thoughts from you, Jovi? No. You good?
Give Zack Snyder more money.
Yeah. Nah, that's it. The opinions on Small Couch Review are not unified here. That ain't me.
No, I want more better DC movies. Get the people that write the animated series to write the movies.
Yeah, you should get comic book writers in the writing rooms. I agree with that.
And then we'll get better movies.
All right, man. Well, if you stuck around this whole discussion, thank you for sticking around. If you watched Snyder Cut, let us know what you thought in the comments. Did you agree with what we thought? Did you not agree with what we thought? Was that Flash scene as hype to you as it was to me? Was it the best thing ever? Let us know, man. And until next time, we out.
Deuces.